Joan, you're not going to believe what Sam just said about you.
Uh-oh.
I said to Sam, we're running so late. It's 8:08. We're supposed to be back at 8:06. What in the world is going on? He said, Joan is getting a little mouthy.
Is that right?
That's what he said.
Mouthy.
Not so white.
Mouthy is what he said.
Might I remind you that you didn't break until, what?
I was on time.
A second before?
No, I was on, whatever. I don't care. Listen to this. You know what I do care about, Joan?
What?
This is the headline. Generators distributed to illegal aliens in Nashville. So,
how do we know?
Well, two ways. Number one, because I had a Metro City Council member tell me about this yesterday, and I've been trying to confirm it through other sources. I like to do two sources, right?
Yep.
So this was told to me by a Metro City Council member, and I'm like, okay, I've got to confirm this. Well, now the TriStar Daily has beat me to the punch. Listen to this. This is going to make you folks so mad. A significant portion of the hundreds of emergency generators donated to NES by Elon Musk and Tractor Supply and others were distributed to anti-ICE activist groups and in turn delivered to illegal immigrants in Nashville. According to multiple reports, Elon Musk donated at least 500 generators. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, this goes into more detail than I had. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency helped coordinate the distribution of the generators. Tractor Supply provided about 200 generators, with most being distributed through Plaza Mariachi, where the Hispanic Family Foundation is housed. The owner of Plaza Mariachi, a guy by the name of Mark Janbakovich, has just been sentenced to 14 months in prison on conviction of federal fraud charges. All right. So we got all these generators and from Elon Musk, and they go to Plaza Mariachi, who clearly this place is sketch if it's owned by a guy that has just been sentenced to 14 months in prison. They end up with all of these generators. Woman named Kathy Carrillo, co-founder of the Remix Way, not sure what that is, an immigrant activist group in Nashville, claims that her group distributed generators to the immigrant community. She specifically stated her volunteers were delivering generators earlier this week.
Just not to gloss over the owner of Plaza Mariachi, but apparently in his fraud scheme, he was convicted of 15 felony charges participating in a fraud that stole a whopping $24 million.
Oh, my gosh.
Prosecutors were seeking 15 years. He got 3.5.
Oh, my goodness.
So what?
And he got ordered to pay $11 million in restitution and serve a 1-year term of supervised release after prison. My goodness, what is with the slap on the wrist?
So apparently this organization, the Remix Way, that same organization appears to have influenced the delay in Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell, allowing the deployment of the National Guard to assist in the ice storm recovery. They say at least one Metro Council member has claimed the delay in deploying the Guard was to avoid the I talked about this. I did this earlier, right? This week.
Yeah, you said the optics.
Yeah.
Because people are dumb.
Okay, so I was talking about the two sources. Mm-hmm. I've had 2 Metro City Council members and a guy from the National Guard both tell me that this is what was going on with Mayor Freddie O'Connell, is he was afraid of the optics. One of the reasons why he was afraid of the optics is because he is heavily influenced by these, pro-illegal immigration groups.
That have people connected to them that are convicted felons of fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anyway, they say that same organization appears to have influenced the delay in Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell, allowing the deployment of the National Guard to assist in the ice storm recovery. At least one Metro Council member has claimed the delay in deploying the Guard was to avoid those optics of having military personnel on the streets of Nashville, which might alarm the illegal immigrant community and give the appearance of the ICE crackdown on illegals in Memphis.
Oh, my gosh.
No, they're coming here at some point.
In fact, the Remix Way, can you look up this Remix, R-E-M-I-X, the Remix Way? Issued online disaster response recommendations on January 29th that reflected those exact concerns, among others. The Remix Way, I know we're getting into the weeds of like these organizations. The Remix Way and its sister organization, Music City Migrant Watch, have organized recent anti-ICE rallies in Nashville. Migrant Watch has also promoted efforts to track and report ICE and CBP efforts to identify and deport illegal aliens, and it just goes on and on. So,
yeah, this is a ridiculous organization.
Well, apparently not to Mayor Freddie.
Well, so I pulled it up in two different capacities. You type in the Remix Way Nashville, and it has their normal website, and then there is the remixway.org/get involved. And it takes you to a big banner with beautiful cultural paintings that are murals on some buildings. The Remix Way is a community in solidarity committed to the sacred work of liberation. So it's Marxism in a nutshell. Thank you very much.
Did they manage to put any ICE trackers on those generators before they gave them to the illegal aliens?
That would have been genius.
Or the migrant community, whatever.
Love that.
Oh, they have Know Your Rights trainings. Show up for your neighbor. This program aims to teach neighbors and community members how to document, communicate, educate, and advocate with our neighbors about injustices and inconsistencies they may experience in local courts and government processes.
So I've known this particular Metro City Council member who I'm not going to mention the person's name because I don't have permission to talk about the conversation we had. If she wants to call up, fine.
You narrowed it down right there.
No, I didn't, because I've actually spoken to several, and on both sides of the aisle. Joan.
Okay, just saying.
Joan, is it? Anyway, and I've never heard this woman so angry. I've known her for years. Yeah. I've never known her to be so incredibly angry.
So, you know how I like to dig, I like to look.
Yes.
I tried to click on, events at the Remix Way.
Yes.
It's password protected.
Well, okay, so since we're talking about a lack of transparency, the other day, NES had another press conference, but they didn't put it online, right? You couldn't watch it unless you had a passcode or something. So, I mean, this story's getting worse and worse. And that story, by the way, just real quick, that story there confirms what I told you earlier this week about the optics.
Yeah, I think at this point, Nashville's not nearly as wrought with some of this crime that has happened. Tennessee has experienced as a whole a lot of crime committed by illegal migrants. But I think at some point we need to dig into this organization and others like it in this city. Yeah. And we're going to need ICE to come through and with a fine-tooth comb. And I mean, I don't understand if you're a public organization or an organization that serves the public, I should say, how come your events are password protected? Are we not supposed to, are we the public, the general public, not allowed to know, not allowed to show up and document? And what do they call these? Constitutional observers, right?
Only they're the ones who are allowed to stick phones in our faces.
Right.
And we're not allowed to wear masks either. I want to play this piece of audio because this is so infuriating. I want to play this audio. This is John Ray Clemens. Now, I want to make sure that before I play you, John Ray Clemens is one of several village idiots there on the Metro City Council. He's a Democrat. And I want to play you some audio that aired on one of the TV stations this morning or last night.
Tennessee House Democratic leaders say it's too early to assess NES's performance.
We're focused on the families in Nashville getting power back right now, though. That's our sole focus.
At this point, though, do you all have confidence in NES leadership?
Look, I wasn't in the room. I don't think any of us were in the room.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm sure mistakes may have been made. I'm sure that there are things that can be corrected. I'm not going to sit up here and play the blame game right now.
I will. I'll do it. Everybody has. So John Ray Clemens can't even admit that the IBEW union accused NES of not hiring them during the storm and its aftermath, meaning that NES didn't have enough people. John Ray Clemens refusing to acknowledge that? How about the lack of engineers or people who understood the grid so that linemen could get the system back up and running quickly? How about the focus on DEI? John Ray Clemens. You had the focus on the tree canopy as opposed to making sure the trees were trimmed. You have the confusion over whether or not they actually spent their budgeted money on the tree trimming. Now we have the glitches, and we were talking about this earlier, the glitches to the $250 million text alert system, their website. Also, the update this morning, their website is glitching as well. John Ray Clemens, not willing to even admit that something or anything went bad with NES. So you really think that Freddie's little commission is going to hold anyone accountable from NES? Obviously not. But Congressman Andy Ogles is.
And the response has been abysmal. The mayor has not called for her ousting. The mayor's not doing his job. And so it's time for the Tennessee General Assembly. So I've sent this letter. We'll post it for you so you can see it. And encouraging the Tennessee General Assembly to assert their jurisdiction, their authority. Now, to keep in mind, under Tennessee statute, and it's 752-112, the Metro Council can step in and remove the board. But they won't do that because they're woke and they're more interested in DEI. So it's up to the General Assembly to step in. And again, this isn't Andy Ogles' political rhetoric. This is their own internal audit. Score of 51 out of 100 on failing to properly maintain the vegetation over the power lines. This was predictable.
Obviously, it was predictable. I opened up the radio program with this story. I might as well finish it with the story as well. Crisscross handoff is coming up. The latest on NES is problems with their website.
As hundreds remain in the dark 12 days after this winter storm, some NES customers tell Fox 17 News they can't report their continued outage. That's because NES thinks their power is back on.
So people are going to the NES website and trying to, get the power back on, and the website is glitching as well. People were told, again, their power was back on. The text messaging system, people were told their power was back on, only to find, no, it wasn't. And again, that's that $250 million text messaging system. Now we find out their website is glitching. And I asked this question earlier, is there anything about NES that does not glitch?
Shavaris Cross is one of at least a dozen people who live in Sojourn, Nolensville, and South Nashville who are still without power. The NES outage map doesn't show outages in her area, so she says she was hopeful her life would be back to normal. But when she got to her apartment, the lights were still out.
It's assuming that we're on, but we're still in the dark.
Yeah, this poor woman, she's been calling. I wonder how she would feel hearing that all those Elon Musk generators were given to migrants and illegal aliens. How do you feel about that? This woman, she can't use the automated system because she said her phone number required that she speak to a live person. What?
Cross says a representative told her there are some issues with the system. I also reached out to NES asking about the accuracy of the website. In an email response, the company says, "We are still working to get back to you on the request. We are currently prioritizing restoration efforts to get all of our customers back online."
We were talking earlier, Murphy Show had Courtney Johnston on, and we're all asking the same question. Who could fire these people?
That's a really good question. I don't know what we can do. I think we could probably vote to remove board members. The board could fire the CEO. I don't know. We can't fire the CEO, I don't think, as the mayor, or I don't think that we have that power. The board has that power. Well, we could legislatively ask ask them to do that. We could vote, have legislatively have a vote of no confidence, but I don't think that we have the power to actually fire her. Only the board does.
Yeah, and of course that harkens back to the same conversation we had about Dr. Adrian Battle, the leader of the Metro Schools, who has been targeted with multiple lawsuits that have cost the district millions of dollars. There were a lot of accusations against Dr. Battle from all of these different lawsuits and a clear lack of transparency because there were no questions answered from the media. And nobody but the school board could fire her. And the board clearly is either terrified of Dr. Adrian Battle or beholden to her. So now here we are in this position yet again with Teresa Broyles-Applin, the CEO of NES. She deserves to be fired. She more than likely will not. And also, remember yesterday we told you about that internal audit by Nashville Electric that showed the tree trimming inadequacies. I mean, I know that y'all are probably getting really sick and tired of this story, but I got news for you. It's not going to go away. And if we want to make sure that this does not happen again, then we've got to ask these questions. You know what I'm going to be curious about, Joan?
What's that?
I'm going to be curious if the media reports on these generators going to these illegal aliens.
Funny you should ask, because I've been perusing the local media stations, and I see it nowhere.
Well, not real shocking. We'll see if, because I know that there's people from the Metro City Council that know this.
I'm tempted to Nick Shirley this whole remix organization.
Yeah, you know what? Come on, Nick. Come on to Nashville. We've got great brisket and country music.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have lived with hot chicken.
What?
Our brisket is so-so. It's better down in Memphis.
Hot chicken. Now you're talking.
Anyway, little Prince. He was little.
I was just.
Is he on? Is that or does that not work either?
No, don't worry. YouTube will catch
are.
up with me in about 30 minutes. I was gonna say this song is for you. We've done like Boys in the Hood and Eazy-E past couple days for
sure.
me.
Yeah.
This one's for Dan.
Well, he said it was his favorite Super Bowl performance.
Yeah, Prince was my favorite, one of my favorite Super Bowl performances. It certainly will not be, Bad Bunny.
No. What in the world? What's the over-under on him wearing a dress?
Oh, he's definitely going to wear a dress.
Definitely going to wear a dress.
I
predict actually he will reveal the dress. So he'll have an outfit because Super Bowl is synonymous with wardrobe changes. So I predict he'll have an outfit covering it up at first, and then he'll strip down to it like a
good guess. Yeah,
like a good little girl.
I keep asking the same question, which is that's not even original anymore. Like wearing a dress. I'll repeat what I said before. Peter Gabriel did that with Genesis in the 70s. Like this is not a thing.
Scottish people do it all the time.
People do it all the time.
Harry Styles did it at one of his concerts or something.
Sam does it at home.
Whoa, no. I'm not running for office as a Democrat.
What's that, Joan?
You got those pictures too?
Yes,
you got to pick a lane. You can't accuse me of cross-dressing and being a furry, all right?
Aren't they like basically adjacent to each other?
You could be a man who dresses as a female furry in a dress.
Yeah, there you go.
But that'd be cross-identifying, right?
Maybe.
Not cross-dressing.
And we learned from the Ghostbusters, you can't cross the streams. Do you know what's so funny about that whole thing, the Ghostbusters and crossing the streams? I didn't even realize all these years that I've been watching Ghostbusters about crossing the streams, about men. And
go on.
That's all I got. I can't because I
finish your verbal stream.
I can't.
We're on the edge of our seats. We don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Crossing this when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you had the big bathroom urinal thing.
Right.
And you try to cross your streams as you're going to the bathroom, like a trough. That's exactly right.
Is this what they would do in California?
Actually, yes. It is what we did in California.
Make an X. Make an X. Okay.
X marks the spot, guys.
Yeah. Did you do that as a...
I did not.
No? Maybe
No.
it was just me. Sam, help. Help. Even if you didn't, just say you did it when you were a kid.
Sure, Dan. I did.
Whatever.
Do you really do that?
X marks the asparagus smelling spot.
So we got to talk real quick about what is going on with Super Talk TV.
Yeah.
Because people are asking about it. People have been asking about it all day. I've let people know it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. I mean, that's just...
There's no other thing that...
That's kind of the...
I mean, whatever.
That's the gist of the situation, and we're waiting for the engineering team to fix it.
Like a healthcare service or daycare run by immigrants, it is not working, servicing anything properly at all whatsoever.
Did you hear what's going on in...
It's like Nick Shirley looking for the kids. People come to look for the video. There's no video. Well, what are you doing here?
Well, yeah, I've been hearing it all morning long. It's been a great day. So Maine, you hear what's going on in Maine? So now they've found even more, because Maine has been a focal point.
They have a lot of Somalis, a lot of
pirates,
Haitians,
a lot of pirates. Yeah.
Yep.
So now they have found even more fraud. You don't have you got, and it's all the same thing with the Somali community.
Well, and it's you're seeing the same thing in Columbus, Ohio. Like when you look at the money that's being flown out of international airports here in the United States to Somalia, the number one is Minneapolis, obviously, but number two is Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. Now, and we're just talking about Somali fraud, but when you go to California, then that's where you've got just massive amounts of fraud.
A lot of extra fraud.
Yes. A lot of extra fraud in California. Did you see the Justin? Which one is it? Justin Pearson. Justin Pearson.
Justin Clown Show Pearson.
All right. So you want to cue up the? I think we're gonna start calling Justin Pearson Justin Clown Show Pearson.
Tier 2 Justin.
Yeah, sure.
Who's tier 1?
So we're gonna go ahead and every time we mention Justin Pearson. Or we could do Justin Clown Show Jones, too. I mean, they're all just clowns.
Yep.
So,
even the Democrats don't like them.
No, you're absolutely right. How bad do you have to be to give Democrats a bad name? So Pearson posts on his social media that the authorities, when they were here dealing with, ICE was here and all that they ran over a guy or bumped a guy with their car, right? Guy supposedly has, concussion issues and all that kind of stuff. So the Tennessee Highway Patrol released the video. You got 3 guys, and if you want to see it, you can on my X feed at Dan Manda Show. They're standing in front of the car.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that video.
Yeah, they're standing in front of the car.
If only we had a way to show it to the audience.
And they won't get out of the way. Better late than never, Sam. So... like everything else, we're just delayed. Anyway.
Delay.
So, so they released the video, and the guys, not only are they standing in front of the vehicle, they won't get out of the way, but the car hits them at like 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Justin Pearson is trying to make this into some sort of a big deal, like the Tennessee Highway Patrol is running people over. It's just silly.
It is.
And
I
love the fact that they released it. I posted, I would have actually run their ass over. But they're not worth the insurance hike.
Do we have those laws on the books like they have in Florida? Like, you will get run over.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know if we have those. I know they were talking about it. We should.
Get Jack Johnson on the phone.
If we have those laws on the books, that's a good thing. If we don't, then they need to figure it out. Because you're right, they did it in Florida. What do we always say? What do you always say?
What's that? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes?
No, you always say that you want. We always feel like we're playing catch up to Florida.
Oh yeah. We're the little brother to Florida, and I feel like we could be the big brother. It's like, hey guys, wait up for me, I want to come too.
Well, we did a lot of stuff on illegal immigration and demagnetizing Tennessee,
and leading the way with that Supreme Court case on banning the transgender care for kids.
Apparently, there is a bill that provides immunity to drivers who hit protesters blocking traffic.
Good. Somebody get in my way.
Go ahead.
Make my day.
Make my day.
So was that maybe that was a little too much?
No. I understand the frustration.
I'm seeing these guys, and they've got one of them. By the way, looks suspiciously like Sam, but they get in the way. You just run them over.
It's the most heartbreaking though when you see it, and it's like you'll see the videos from Minneapolis where it'll be a mom. I saw a video, it was a black mom, and she's like, guys, I just need to go to work. Can you please let me go to work?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I saw a video out of Brooklyn where this dad is like, I need to pick up my kids from daycare.
I saw that.
Please get out of my way. Like, what are you doing? They don't care about what they're doing to others. Nope. They're insane. And you're seeing it again in Minneapolis overnight. They had to put up a police barricade around the hotel where ICE agents are staying at because the leftists in Minneapolis have been invigorated and energized by the drawdown. So they're out there, they're screaming, they're yelling. They don't care that there's other people that aren't ICE agents staying in those hotels.
Right. They want to destroy everything.
Yep. That's all they can do.
It's all they can do. And then we had the news that the Elon Musk generators went to illegal aliens or the migrant community, however you want to say it.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, Chris, I can. I can absolutely believe it because that is this leftist mentality. And so Joan and I were talking about whether or not we thought the media would actually report this.
Where's Phil Williams with his great investigative journalism? Or is he going to say wanting a generator is a sign of white supremacy?
It's definitely white supremacy.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
You want heat and power?
You Christian nationalist, you.
Stupid colonizer.
Oh, man. No, you're right. This story of the... Did you hear the audio that I played of John Ray Clemens?
No, I did not.
So you know who John Ray Clemens is?
Yes.
He's a village... You know what? When I say the village idiot of the Democrats, there's so many of them.
He's the putziest.
Is he the putziest?
I think he's the putziest.
I don't know, man. Who? Hey, all right. Hey, Joan.
Yeah.
Can we do polls on YouTube still?
No.
I don't do anything. Don't get him started.
Don't get me started, man. But you have John Ray Clemens. I'm actually looking for the audio. Here it is.
Well, while you find that, I got a text from 8394 that said, new California In-N-Out burger menu item, double fraud style, twice the price, no meat, just a bun.
Love it. Actually, that's very funny. So they asked John Ray Clemens, can you just admit that NES made some mistakes? That's all we're asking for. Just acknowledge that mistakes were made.
Tennessee House Democratic leaders say it's too early to assess NES's performance.
We're focused on the families in Nashville getting power back right now, though. That's our sole focus.
At this point, though, do you all have confidence in NES leadership?
Look, I wasn't in the room. I don't think any of us were in the room. And so I'm sure mistakes may have been made. I'm sure that there are things that can be corrected. I'm not going to sit up here and play the blame game right now.
I mean,
tell me your power didn't go out without telling me your power didn't go out.
That's a great point, Chris. You're absolutely right. It's like, come on, man. I mean, don't we all know what happened?
Everybody can look at this and objectively be like, yeah, that's an issue. Like, could you imagine getting that out of L.A.? Like, there's no water in the fire hydrants. Is that a failure? Well, I wasn't in the room.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like you don't need to be in the room to know. I wasn't in the room.
No.
Joan, were you in the room?
I was not in the room.
I bet you their room had heat.
Yeah. And working computers.
And working computers. Yeah, and working computers.
Don't get them started, Joan.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so what else you got?
I love how Dan is like trying so hard to be as...
Is there steam coming out of his ears?
If we actually had cameras in here, you'd see how pissed I was. But moving right along. It's all good.
We're moving along.
We're moving on.
We're moving on. We don't stew in it.
I do.
We try not to.
Are you kidding? I'm a lifelong stewer. I stew in this stuff.
All right, Stu.
This be my new name, Stu.
People are insinuating we actually got kicked off YouTube for playing that Springsteen song.
You know what? I had to go in a second time, Joan. I had to double dip on the Bruce.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Probably a bad thing to do.
Is Justin Jones related to Joan Jones?
He's not.
No relation.
2433 has a great point. Not Village Idiot, Village of Idiots.
Yeah. It's not just one of them. It's all of them. And don't you think with the deep blue Nashville Democrat voters, don't you think that they understand that there was a failure too? You know, is anybody that votes Democrat in Nashville right now thinking, no, this is fine. This is okay.
All is fine. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
People are so dumb.
It's insane.
I got to tell you, like, if this doesn't convince the people of Nashville that leftist regimes and rule doesn't work, I don't know what will. Like, there's absolutely no hope for these people. There should be, we need a strong Republican to run for mayor. I don't know who that would be, to get rid of Freddie O'Connell. But I have no faith that they'll do that. I have no faith that the people of Nashville will go in, vote for a mayor. You got speaking of the Village of Idiots, all these people on the Metro City Council minus a few. And so, this is going to continue,
and it always gets progressively worse. Like that's the only progress we see with these progressives. It's getting progressively worse. When you get a new mayor, it makes the last Democrat seem actually kind of competent every single time.
Yep. No, you're absolutely right. It is so frustrating. So anyway, the OG rap one was great. OG rap. I don't know what that is. Did we miss something?
I don't know. Maybe they're catching Murphy's show on delay from last night on YouTube.
John says, wow, so you all are actually on this thing called Radio Cool. Yeah.
John's been mad at us ever since we started the YouTube page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, John is an old school radio guy.
Listen, I know.
I like the FM dial. That's how I listen.
Listen, I love the FM. This is how I do a lot of YouTube watching. Like I do. If I'm at Starbucks, I'll watch you via YouTube. Murphy show in the afternoon. I'll listen to him, when I can. I'm usually asleep by about 4:30, but these days I'm going to bed earlier and earlier. It's just
old age.
Did you hear Joan just said?
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it for the class, Joan.
Old age, Dan. That'll make you go to bed sooner.
Hashtag true.
5433 texted in and said, I've been reading the comments on some of the mainstream news sites, and most of these Democrats are blaming the storm. The storm we all knew was coming. The storm that other cities were prepared for.
For days and days. Didn't we know for like a week ahead of time?
We did.
And let's also be realistic. We thought it was going to be so much worse. It got downgraded over time. They should have had too many people ready to go. Not the other way around. You got to prepare for worst case scenario here.
Well, clearly,
they were preparing for a snowstorm when we got an ice storm. And I think we knew that days in advance.
We knew days in advance. You know what? They should have listened to Nashville's Morning News because we had Stefano DiPietro on, and he told us all of this. I think I even said to Stefano DiPietro, we have gone from a snowstorm to an ice storm. And he went on for like 2.5 minutes, which is great. I didn't have to talk.
Patrick texted in. He said a customer of his is referring to NES as the NES holes now.
Oh, that is so good. The
Love it.
NES holes.